stamp this out.
Hi Stampers! Today I'm going to show you this background on this card, and I've had so many questions on how I achieved that look, and so today I'm just going to show you how to get that background. So let's get started. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I posted the measurements of this card right below the box, and if you're watching this video on my blog, then the link is right above for all the measurements to all these layers of the card. So you're going to start with your piece of watercolored paper, and when you purchase them, you're going to get them in sheets of 3 3/4 by 5, and they're 100% cotton and 140-pound paper weight. So you want to use watercolored paper because you're going to be watercoloring for the background. And you're also going to use the Aqua Painter, and then I'm going to be using the stamp set called House of Haunts. So let me go ahead and get the stamp up that we're going to use. And then I'm going to use the box for my re-inkers. And the colors of the re-inkers are Elegant Eggplant. So I'm just going to squeeze some color out here on the box. And then we're going to use the More Mustard. And then Bashful Blue. Okay, so then for your watercolored paper, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the Aqua Painter until the water comes through the tip of the brush. Make sure that's clear. And then what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to apply some water onto the watercolored paper. I find that the re-inker spreads a lot easier when the watercolored paper is already wet. So I'm going to start with the Elegant Eggplant. And then when you drop it, it's going to spread. That actually looks like a really cool background. But anyway, so you're just going to paint that onto your watercolored paper. And I'm just spreading the color with the water. Depending on how dark you want it or how light, you just want to keep adding water to that or more color. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it down a little bit, and then I'm going to add the Bashful Blue, clean off my Aqua Painter, add the Bashful Blue, bringing down that water a little bit more so it's going to blend with the More Mustard. Add a little bit more Bashful Blue. There's really no mistakes in this background technique. Okay, and then the purple was a little bit thick up there, so I'm just going to take my Aqua Painter and just kind of blend that a little bit more. Okay, so now for the More Mustard, blue and yellow make green. So in my card, if you'll notice, there's a little bit of hint of green in the top here, and that's because I blended the Bashful Blue with the More Mustard a little bit. So, okay, so let's pick up the More Mustard. See how the green comes through there? Isn't that cool? Love it! Okay, so that's pretty much it. You can do a little bit more blending if you want, but that's pretty much the basic idea of how I did that background. Okay, so then you're going to want to set that aside. You can take your heat tool and heat set that to dry it. One tip also, if you hold the heat gun over the cardstock, it will flatten out. See, it's flattening out, and it's also drying the ink. so that's pretty good. Okay, because when you're using the water, it's going to warp the paper a little bit, but if you hold the heat gun right over the cardstock for a period of time, it will automatically flatten out for you. Okay, so that's the background. Now I already went ahead and did another one, and this is that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I stamp that, because there is a trick. I'm going to take a baby wipe and I'm just going to clean off the box. Really simple. And just throw that in the trash. Here's the one that I did already, and it's already dry and we're ready to stamp. Now I'm going to use the Versamark ink pad, and then I'm going to use the House of Haunts, this really cute spooky house. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink this up with the Versamark ink pad, and it's a larger stamp, so make sure you get really good coverage. And then one thing you're going to notice, if you're using a solid image like this house and you're stamping on watercolored paper, the image is not going to transfer onto the paper very well, but I'm going to show you what I did. So I'm going to stamp that. Of course, you want to do the Embossing Buddy, which I already had done that. So then you're going to take your black embossing powder, and dump the extra back in the jar. Okay, so let me just flip that off. Okay, so now you're going to see, let me show you up close, see how the house did not stamp the whole image because of the paper is kind of textured. So let me go ahead and heat this, and I'll show you what I did. So then take your heat gun again, and then just heat that up, the embossing powder. Okay, so comparing it to this image that we just did to the card, you're going to see a big difference. But I'm going to show you how I did that. You're going to take the Versamarker, which is the exact same thing as the Versamark ink pad, but it's in a marker form. So then you're just going to take your Versamarker and you're just going to color over those images that didn't get embossed very good. And I'll just do a little piece here to show you what I mean. So basically it's the house, because that was the whole solid image. You go down here by the grave. Okay, I'll just do half of the card so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so I applied the Versamarker on half of the house. Now I'm going to re-emboss with the black. Okay, so you can see right where I did that with the Versamarker. Okay, so let's take the heat tool again and heat that up. Okay, so now you can tell the difference. This side was the first stamped, and then we went back and did the Versamarker. So what a difference, huh? Okay, so that's how I did the background. Really easy. Okay, so there's the finished card. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.